Greetings all! Today, we will be examining the relatively rare electric steel type Pokemon Togedemaru, the Roly-Poly Pokémon. While they might look more adorable than a serious threat, Togedemaru are interesting creatures that can make themselves a noteworthy nuisance if their barbed hides cannot be gotten past.
Togedemaru have round, steel-grey bodies with digitless hands and feet, and a series of brown and yellow hair clumps that harden into spines when they feel threatened, complementing the shape of their yellow-tipped zigzagging tail. They further have black eyes, yellow spot marks on the cheeks where their electrical sacs are located, and rounded ears that give them an overall adorable look.
Togedemaru are a type of rodent-like mammal that have adapted bodily characteristics not dissimilar to what one might see in a hedgehog or a similar creature.
These adorable creatures feed primarily on berries and small tubers and are thus of little threat to most, but their inner flesh is said to be exquisitely tender, so they are often hunted by both humans and Pokemon alike. As a defense against direct attack, these creatures possess a sturdy shell made from metals gathered through the ingestion of volcanic or otherwise metal-rich soils, and this grants them a layer of protection on their backs that can make them very hard to hurt with conventional attacks. Moreover, if these beasts are spooked or feel that they are in danger, they can roll their entire bodies up in a ball, which will involuntarily trigger an electrical reaction in their hair follicles that will cause them to stiffen and stick together to form 14 large spines that help deter against attack and potentially grant these creatures access to the rare Iron Barb's ability as a base ability. This is further complemented by their other abilities, as the spines can also act as tiny lightning rods to attract electricity and thus give them the same namesake ability as a base ability, while those that have particularly strong shells can instead have access to Sturdy as a hidden ability. These attributes can make the creatures fairly hard to handle and a danger to most unarmored beasts, but while it can help provide a bit of breathing room, the spaces that exist between their spines mean that precise opponents can attack at these less protected spots, thus mitigating the use of this defense somewhat.
In order to account for this problem with their normal defenses and grant them a bit of offensive power, Togedemaru have additionally developed the ability to absorb and release electricity as a weapon.
As previously stated, the spines that their hairs clump together in act as tiny lightning rods that attract electricity and absorb it from other Pokemon or other varying sources, to the point where it is a common sight to see Togedemaru outside during thunderstorms, hoping to be struck by lightning as they are otherwise limited in their ability to naturally generate electricity in their bodies. This absorbed electricity is then distributed to the electrical sacs in the cheeks, where it is then stored and safely discharged at will, allowing these mammals to release potent electric-type attacks in a moderately large radius around them every time they curl up into a defensive position. While these mammals don't have the offensive power needed to deal a great deal of damage with these electrical attacks, they can be used as a quick way to stun predators and opponents and then flee the scene before a counterattack can be made, and any attempt to attack them while rolled up will oftentimes result in a shocking conclusion. This penchant for annoyance over pure power can also be seen in their specialty Zing Zap attack, a move that only a select few species can learn that involves them curling up and electrifying themselves while their spines are extended, rolling into the opposition full force to deliver a powerful electrical tackle.
The attack is fairly powerful despite the small size of these creatures and can help frustrate the opposition to no end, as the attack also has a high chance of causing their target to flinch, and thus serves as a useful deterrent that can give these animals the space and time they need to prepare their next strike, or otherwise flee from battle.
With all of this said, and looking at their stats, all of this power does not unfortunately translate to great stats, as these creatures are outclassed by most Pokemon of their type in almost every way. The only thing they really have going for them is that they can hit decently hard for an electric type and can move around fairly quickly, so their base attack stat is above average for a fully evolved electric type Pokemon, and the base speed stat is above average for a fully evolved electric and steel type Pokemon. Nonetheless, these critters can still hit hard and make themselves into a noteworthy nuisance, helping to explain why a Togedemaru currently serves as the totem Pokemon at the Hokalani Observatory on Ula Ula Island of the Alola region, dwelling in the mountainous terrain and waiting to challenge trainers that wish to pass the electric-type trial.
Though they might look too cute to be of much concern, Togedemaru are potent little critters that can certainly prove to be cheeky beasts to have to deal with. They may not have the defensive stats needed to make the most of their metallic forms, but these creatures can still take a hit well and keep right on going, so long as they don't get hit with super effective damage, of course.
Just do yourself a favor and try not to scare them while you're holding them or otherwise are in close proximity to them. They might be somewhat friendly, but that won't mean much if you get skewered by them from surprise to shock and end up getting a nasty jolt from them as a follow-up. Thank you all for watching this video. It is always an honor to be able to speak with you all on the subject of Pokemon in a way that brings me great joy and happiness in my work. If you would like to keep tabs on past and future work, click that subscribe button, check out my work on DeviantArt, and don't be shy about following me on Twitter, where you can find pertinent announcements on upcoming work before it is officially posted. Links to both can be found in the video description. If you would like to support my work and help Miguel and I continue to produce more content for you and improve upon our presentation, please visit us at my Patreon page, which you can also find a link to in the video description.
No.
With that, I thank you for watching and I wish you well.